That's the voice of one of the singers from last year's Victoria State School Spectacular. Her name, Ella Haynes, who was performing there last year. And who knows, she might have been back again this year too. Providing a platform for Victoria's government school students, from prep right through to Year 12, the Victoria State School Spectacular is being staged again on the 16th of September. It brings together some 3,000 students with a 64-piece orchestra, 1,300 voice choir, 12 mass dancers, 30 lead vocalists. It goes on and on. There's principal dancers, there's backing vocalists, much, much more. It's a unique opportunity for these young students to shine. Assisted by the creative team, second to none in the entertainment industry. Rob Latham's one of those in the industry. He's one of the great leaders, got his own band and many, many things. He's the principal vocal and choir leader, and he's on the line right now. Rob, nice to have you on the program today.
Thank you, Leigh. Good afternoon. It's great to be here.
Yeah, nice to have you here, pal. It's been 12 months since we didn't talk to you. I talked to Chom last year this time, but gee, how the year goes around so quickly with this presentation.
It really does. Yeah, it's a great turnaround in the project. Only 2 months after we finished the show, we start auditioning again for the next show, which then happens.
So you start in November, do you?
Yeah, we hold auditions for our soloists and dancers, and registrations for our choir come through, and after Christmas we start rehearsing.
Wow, that's a huge program. I suppose you've got to have that lead time because these kids are at school, aren't they? And you've got to allow for that, I suppose.
Absolutely, yeah. There's not that much commitment during the week. They come pretty much every weekend and spend a lot of time with us in the city. And they actually have to travel from some pretty far distances.
Do they?
As far as like Swan Hill and Echuca and Mildura. But also we have a pretty big cohort from Cranbourne this year.
Yes, I noticed that. Yes, yeah. You've got a lot of hours down there. That's pure dedication, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I remember doing it myself. This project's been going since 1995, so we're at our 21st, I think, anniversary last year.
Was that under the old title, that Rockestead or something?
It used to be called Joining the Chorus.
That's it, yep.
Yeah, back in 95, I was in the first ever spectacular. I was in the choir, the big 1,300 voice mass choir back at Rod Laver Arena, and then did it in Year 12 again. I was a soloist. But,
well, look where that led you to.
Oh, absolutely. And look, I think the project has just gone from strength to strength year after year. The kids nowadays, it's just amazing what they can produce with the talent that they have.
They're very, very talented. I had Frankie J on the program earlier today at 2 o'clock, and I was talking to him with CBS having purchased Channel 10. We're certainly hoping that live variety will come back onto television. Because these kids...
Something's missing, yeah.
These kids need to have that exposure. You know, your 17, 18-year-olds, even the little kids playing violins and so on, that was a must viewing. I don't know what your age is, but I dare say you may have seen some of those TV days. But, we miss those today. And to give these youngsters an exposure such as the Spectacular does, they need that, and they need the television after it.
Absolutely. And look, we do get broadcast every year, but I mean to just have more music. I mean, I can't have enough music in my life.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your own group too, haven't you?
Absolutely. So I'm in an ACAPELLA group called Suede. And we've been around for about 10, 15 years or so, and we sang at the Berwick Carols last year. I'm quite well known down in the Berwick area, but Cranbourne as well. And
yes.
Yeah, look, we've toured around Asia and produced lots of live a cappella, and we've actually integrated a lot of a cappella and 5-part harmony singing into the Spectacular.
Have you?
Over the last couple of years.
And that's sort of your expertise, of course, in that area.
I suppose you can say that, but I mean, it really comes down to the kids. The kids' talents and what they can bring to the project. And every rehearsal I have with them, they absolutely just surprise and amaze me with what they can achieve. This year we've got a piece from one of those a cappella movies, and we're singing that in 5-part a cappella with no assistance. It's a group of 10 girls, and they're just absolutely rocking it. It's phenomenal.
Isn't that encouraging to you too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's something where you can see that they're so keen to be part of a project like this that they're spilling into the door the moment they get there at the start of the day.
I had one of your friends on here earlier today talking about his group, the Tillerman Orchestra. That was Michael Prizeman.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Michael and I have done some work with Monash Concert Band.
Yes, he said that.
Couple of years.
Yeah, and, tell me that.
Yeah, he's fantastic, guitarist and performer, and I only wish I could croon as sweetly as he does.
He's doing the Cat Stevens songbook down at the Frankston Arts Centre on the 1st of October.
Oh, great. Well, I just heard you give the review on The Bodyguard, and we have some amazing professional musicians that work with us in the Spectacular project. For example, one of our repetitors was the A&D in The Bodyguard, and I just heard you say the band was absolutely outstanding.
Just brilliant.
He would have been in the pit there with us, and obviously Chong Lim our musical director, was just part of the Elvis Live project, where they took the footage of Elvis and had the full 80-piece orchestra.
Yes, yes.
And I just heard you talking to Johnny about all the Elvis memories, and that was certainly an amazing concert, having all those professionals up there.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. And you've got some great people with you. Like Chom, I had him on the program last year. And his expertise in what he does, his television work and working behind the scenes and so on, and as an arranger, just brilliant. Who does all the arranging for you?
We have an arrangement team. A lot of the charts that we get are done by Chong himself.
Mm-hmm. And that's a huge job for him, that, isn't it?
Oh,
Huge.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We have over about 45 to 50 songs in the show that we perform. We have some amazing orchestral pieces as well. We're doing the Dvorak Symphony No. 9 Scherzo. We're doing O Fortuna from Carmina Burana. I really shouldn't list off the songs because it might spoil the surprise. But we've got an amazing student orchestra of over 80 members in the orchestra, and they work so hard through the year as well, every week, to generate some amazing arrangements that they've been given as well. And you take a pop chart, like you've just heard with the Kylie Minogue number, and add all of the extra elements of strings and brass and full percussion of a full pops orchestra. So you've got rhythm section as well. And we are, the cat's out of the bag on our big finale this year. We are doing a rousing rendition of You're the Voice with over 1,300 voices and full orchestra, so that should be great.
That'd be a great rendition then, yeah. My word. 1,300 voices in the background. What are you doing with your band at the moment?
We're touring around. We did a gig. Corporate gigs are always quite some random gigs at the convention centre this week. We're performing at an ACAPELLA festival next week, the ACAPELLA competition, Osaka, at Wesley College.
Right.
Later in the year, we're flying up to Wollongong for a choral festival. It's interesting with the sort of comedic rocking out ACAPELLA that we sort of do. We fit well as sort of guest artists in a choral festival, because you have choirs doing what they love doing, and then all of a sudden we jump on stage and go, now how about let's have some fun with this? And they go, oh yeah, I want to do that. And
you add the humour to it.
We take what we do at the bar late at night and go, all right, let's put this on stage and let's really entertain, but still keep high standards of musical harmony. But so we seem to be popular in the choral circuits, which is a great thing.
Acapella is a beautiful, beautiful way to sing. It's just delightful. You were mentioning Cranbourne and some of the youngsters down this neck of the woods. We've got Bonnie Ramsey at Cranbourne Secondary, Rani Whiteman at the Cranbourne Secondary as well. They're well represented this year. Joseph Stewart down at the Lyndhurst Secondary. We've got Rebecca Zara. Is it Simi Smalley, I think? She's a rapper. Max Pollard from Lynbrook.
Right.
Yep. And Silo Stanzulas.
That's Silao. Yeah, absolutely. And three of those boys listed there are part of a particular musical that's happening at the moment overseas, where there is a lot of rapping, and I won't give that away too much. But they are some great boys down from Cranbourne that just really. I say to them, "Hey guys, can you harmonise that?" And I don't even need to give them the harmonies; they've already got that just in them, ready to go. And I mean, our dancers as well. We have a principal dancer from down there, and principal dancers work super hard on stage. They're rehearsing as hard as our vocalists. But also, two of the primary schools, Lynbrook and Lyndhurst Primary School, are part of our mass choir. So they'll bring a contingent of about 20 kids per school, and they get to. Those schools have actually been part of the State School Spectacular for many years now, and they get to sing about 14 to 15 songs. And they might be like an echo or a harmony, or they might even have their own song that they can present. So we try to vary that, and that's part of my job with the Spectacular, is all the choral arrangements and vocal arrangements that fit in with the orchestra.
Well, mate, you've got a big job and got the rehearsals coming up, I suppose, now, as it goes down to the date of the 16th.
Absolutely. We have our first SIDS probe tomorrow, and then we're in the arena from about a week and a half's time with the cast and the technical crew, which are also students from TAFE all across Melbourne, all of our technical students. It's a real vocational
they're the children connection. As well. Yeah. What a great introduction to them.
Yeah, they get to work alongside professionals in the industry, which is a really important part of our project, to sort of show that connection between school and the real world.
Rob, you do a great job there, you and all the team. Congratulations to you and all that are participating this year at the Victorian State School Spectacular. The best for a date on the 16th. Take care, and we'll keep our eyes on the TV when it comes on telly.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Take care, pal. Okay, bye-bye to you.